This boy thought his mother was deceased, but 20 years later, a police unveils a mystery that left everyone in shock. Daniel was a happy child, and he especially loved his mother, and who always sang to him and made him laugh. She also had a colorful tattoo of a butterfly on her left shoulder, and she told him that it was a symbol of freedom and of hope. One day Anne told Daniel that she had to go away as she had a big opportunity to pursue her singing dreams in another city. She promised him that she would be back soon. Daniel waited for his mother every day. One evening he heard the door open and ran to the living room expecting to see his mother. It turned out to be his father Michael, who looked pale and tired. He had tears in his eyes and a sad expression on his face. "Dad, where's Mom?" Daniel asked eagerly. Michael knelt down and hugged Daniel tightly and said in a shaky voice that his mother was gone. Daniel was confused and asked his father where had she gone. Michael said she had an accident and didn't make it. Daniel felt a cold shock run through his body and started to cry loud and hard. 20 years later, Daniel was a successful detective in the city where he had followed his father's footsteps and joined the police force. He was smart, brave and dedicated to his job, but he was also lonely and bitter. He never got over his mother's demise, and he blamed her for leaving him and his father behind. He hated her for choosing her career over her family, and resented her for breaking her promise. One day he was in the middle of stopping a robbery at a jewelry store and chased the robbers to the back alley where they tried to escape in a car. He shot the tires and forced them to stop. He approached the car with his gun drawn and ordered them to get out. They were all wearing masks and gloves. He handcuffed them one by one and searched them for weapons. When he got to the woman, he noticed a butterfly tattoo on her left shoulder. He felt a jolt of recognition, and in disbelief, he pulled down her mask and looked at her face. It was Anne, his mother, who was alive and was a con artist. She had been living a life of crime for the past 20 years because she had no other choice. She used her charm, beauty and her tattoo to lure them in and pretended to be interested in them. Daniel was stunned, as he had been tracking this woman for weeks, following her trail of robberies and scams across the country. He had finally cornered her in this hotel room, ready to make the arrest, but he never expected to see his mother's face. She felt guilt and regret and wanted to hug him to explain everything and to ask for forgiveness. But she knew it was too late and she tried to deny it. She then reached for her purse, hoping to find a weapon or a way out, but Daniel was faster. He grabbed her arm and twisted it behind her back and handcuffed her. He searched her purse and found her ID card, which confirmed his suspicion. He wanted to know why she did it and why she left them. She knew she couldn't escape, so she decided to tell Daniel everything. And told him how she had always dreamed of becoming a singer and that she had married his father Michael out of love but also out of convenience. She had felt trapped and unhappy in their small-town life. She even seized the opportunity to go to Miami for a gig, hoping to make it big, and told him how she had met Greg, a talent manager, who had helped her gain success. But things weren't going the way she had hoped. She soon learned to manipulate and rob men who were attracted to her. But she also told Daniel that she had never stopped thinking about him and wondering what he was doing. Daniel listened to her story with mixed feelings. He looked at her and saw a broken woman who needed help. Daniel finally decided to forgive her, and she hugged him back and said thank you. But she would still have to face the consequences of her actions by turning herself in. Anne agreed, as she was willing to do whatever it took to make amends with her son.